I found the salon through the website actually and did a little bit of research and information on that. And it felt like a natural fit just reading the website. And I've been in personal development and been interested in that for a very long time. And Leela Life really felt like a good fit, at least on the with the salon. And in what I liked about the salons is that the groups are very small, maybe about a dozen people. So everyone there was participating,
Right.
which is what I like because sometimes when you go into similar groups, you're sort of one of 50 or maybe 100 people, and you don't really get a chance to chit chat and to meet the people who are going to be sitting alongside you
Right.
for this.
Right.
And it was, that intimacy was really eye opening. And having the opportunity to just sit and listen to other people, to listen to you as you explained Indic well-being knowledge, there was a very calming atmosphere with it, which I really appreciated. It gives everybody a chance to participate. It gives everybody a chance to learn from each other as well, and they bring their experiences and knowledge to this, and also their curiosity about what Leela Life is and how it can help them improve their lives. I remember the time I was in the salon and I had a question. It really spoke to my skepticism about Leela Life, and was it really all that was cracked up to be? And in your handling of my question, it put my mind at ease. It's very easy to walk into these things being very skeptical and coming out of it just not wanting to have your mind changed and not being ready for that. And I think I was ready for that, and the way that you answered my question really helped me put my mind at ease. In the salons, you have that space for questioning, and everyone brings their life experience to these sessions, and it really, in the way that you process these questions, it really helps us come to ease with what's happening, what this could be for us, and I really appreciate that. I think a lot of us just feel like we're being sold to all the time.
Yeah.
And coming into a situation like this where you place the knowledge there,
Right.
and that's all you do.
Right.
And it's up to us to decide whether or not we want to be a part of this. And if we are curious enough
Right.
to be a part of this and to really find out what this is about and how it can apply to our lives as well. People who come to these salons, as you said, they're very smart, and they've been around the block.
Right.
And at the same time, they're also curious as well. Us Westerners, we get so caught up in the 9 to 5, or for a lot of people, the 5 to 9.
Right.
And we're always looking for something different. We've got these desires, these, windows of knowledge that we've caught glimpses of, but we don't feel like we've got the space to investigate them.
Right.
And with the Leela Life salons, that window is opened up a little bit more.
Right.
And they can start a journey with all the parts of Leela Life and see what's on the other side of that window, and have that curiosity spoken to them in a way that makes them want to go out and find out more.
Right. And I think you've said it so well. Probably got to do with also the fact that you come from a communication world. You were an editor with Wall Street Journal and all of that. So how did that background, do you think that background played somewhat in the way you see the salons and how you got the benefit out of those?
As I spoke earlier, there was that journalistic skepticism that came to the fore, and because that's was part of my job for a long time.
Sure.
But at the same time, what was part of my job, and what is part of my job now, is to be curious, not to allow my skepticism tip into cynicism, and not do anything.
Right.
But with the salons, there's that space to investigate this, as journalists do.
Right.
And, if we can bring that curiosity, if we can have one question that acts as a splinter in our brain, we can pursue that. And I think there's that space with Leela Life, with the salons, where you can investigate that. And as I said, be put at ease with the questions that you have, and the way that you respond to them.
So when you came into the salon, you had some expectation of what it would be. So what was reality like compared to your expectations?
The reality was really a sense of calm. I remember walking out of the salon that evening in, I guess, June or July, going, okay, this is something different. This is something that I think I want to pursue and dive into and see what this is like, and see how my way of sort of going about the world dovetails with Leela Life and the Indic well-being knowledge.
Right.
And having enough curiosity to check this out and see what it's like, kick the tires, as it were.
Sure.
And, what I found was, it was a good fit. It was a good fit for me, good fit for who I am, and how I wanted to continue to be in the world.